So what do we do if our ellipse is not centered at the origin? If that's the case, we're going to have a center at HK, and this is going to be the general form or the standard form for our ellipse. Just like before, A is going to be greater than B, so this is going to represent your major axis, this is going to represent your minor axis. And just like before, depending on whether you have a vertical or a horizontal major axis, it will determine where your A or your B goes, whether it goes under the X or whether the major axis is under the Y. The length of the major axis is still 2A, but the difference right here, the coordinates of the vertices are, let's just look at a picture. In this picture, let's look at our horizontal major axis. If this is your center, HK, then you're going to take that value A and add it to your X value to get your vertex, right? So we have our H plus A, but Y didn't change, so it's still K. Alright, so that's where this formula comes from. You just take your center, add A to your H coordinate, and then your Y didn't change. So then here we do the same thing, except we're subtracting that value of A from our H value here. Okay, so that's how we get our vertices. And of course your co-vertices work the same way, except this time your H is staying the same in both directions, but your K is changing by the value of B. So you're starting at this center, which is K, you're adding B to it, and you're subtracting B from it. That's how we get our co-vertices. And then we have our foci. Remember, your foci, C squared, is A squared minus B squared. And just like we were talking about the vertices, if you start with your center and you go this direction, you add the value of C to the X coordinate of your vertex. Y didn't change. The same thing happens this way, except you subtract C from the H value. So you can see how all of these formulas up here come from, or where they all come from. And all of that explanation works exactly the same way with the vertical, except of course you switch your X's and your Y's. So you have your major axis going vertical and your minor axis going horizontal. So in this case, to find your vertices, your X doesn't change. That's why this point, and this point all have H's in them. But if here is K and you go this direction, you're adding A to K, right? This is the value A right here. And if you go this direction, you're subtracting A from K, and that is where this one comes from. Also, to get your co-vertices, you add B to H, or you subtract B from H. And of course, your foci, you add C to K, or you subtract C from K.